That is currently circulating on social media, seemingly reigniting debate over an alleged assistance package that was put in place by the United Nations for Namibian ex-freedom fighters repatriated in 1989. It is not the first time this matter has been addressed by government or the United Nations. And joining us now in studio are executive directors in the ministries of ICT as well as International Relations and Cooperation, Dr. Mathe and Ambassador Naanda. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, as I stated in the intro, this is not the first time that this matter has come up and the government has tried to address it. But for those unfamiliar, Dr. Mathe, could you just maybe give a bit of background as to what this whole saga is all about?
Thank you very much again. The premise of this is that upon the dawn of independence in 1989, when refugees were repatriated into Namibia, there are those that claim that the United Nations had made money available to pay everyone else that was in exile, who were refugees in other countries. This matter has been addressed before. For some other reason, it has resurfaced, although we thought there was agreement about what the next steps were going to be. It has come up again now. Some issues that had been ventilated before are again rising, and we keep giving them the same answers. The answer is that there was no money received by the Namibian government to provide for those returnees who had come in 1989 and beyond that. So the United Nations have also given the same message to the people that are voicing these concerns, and they don't seem to appreciate that. Hence, it has become necessary for us as government to come out again and reiterate our position with respect to that.
Okay. Now, if the matter has been, as you said, has been dealt with at the highest level, why do you think it keeps on reoccurring, and why are these concerned parties not satisfied with the answer? Mr. Naanda, Ambassador Naanda.
Thank you. It is very difficult to know the reasons why the issue keeps reoccurring. But the thing is that when Cabinet deliberated on the issue in December last year, it delegated the Honorable Minister of Information, Dr. Pea Mushelenga, right, to issue a media statement and inform the nation in terms of the government position. And just as indicated by Dr. Mathe, that the government has not been given any money. The UN has also addressed the issue with the group, okay, following 2 meetings with the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of International Relations, where the group on the table seemed to have understood where government position is in terms of their demands, and having understood also that there was no money given by the United Nations to government as such. And so only for the issue to reoccur again after 2 weeks thereafter.
Right.
And so it's very difficult really to point out as to why the issue keeps reoccurring.
Okay. Now, given this latest incidents, will there be an effective effort by the government to directly communicate once more with this group and try to sort of put this thing down?
Government's communication to the group is that they have to approach the Department of Veteran Affairs in the Ministry of Defense. The ministry has the department has initiated projects and programs where people who have been affected can be met and their demands addressed through various options. And so the government will continue advising the group to approach the Department of Veteran Affairs. If they do not want to approach the group, it will be very difficult for any other institution to address their concerns. It is the only department within government that has the authority to address their demands.
All right. With that said, anything else that either of you gentlemen would like to stress on the matter?
We know now that the part of their demands, they don't want to talk to government. As Ambassador have indicated, government has institutions in place to deal with their plight, being the Department of Veteran Affairs. Also, we are aware now that they intend to protest at international organizations. There are rules that governs that, and Ambassador Naanda will address the conventions regarding us, people toying in front of foreign embassies or international bodies.
Yes, could you just elaborate on that, Mr. Naanda?
Yes, indeed. The premises of the international organizations as well as those of embassies represented in Namibia are inviolable in terms of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. And as such, the group needs to be aware of that. And the United Nations, when they leave, under circumstances such as they left in 1990 following our independence, they do not leave money behind. All the money, if there was money at all, left behind from the operations in Namibia, they would be carried over to an operation elsewhere. And so this is the practice the United Nations has been practicing. And I think we just have to remind the group that the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs, the Department of Veteran Affairs, is there to look at the plight of the Veterans Affairs as indicated earlier.
All right. Well, with that said, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us and setting the matter straight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed, those were the executive directors in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, Dr. Audrey Mathe, as well as in the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation, Ambassador Penda Naanda.